climate change. What is the role of data and AI in solving the most pressing climate change problems? And how can education and educators contribute to solving this great challenge? Dr. Tanya Morton, she's the Worldwide Director of Customer Success Engineering for MathWorks, and she's here to talk about these hot topics. Welcome, Tanya, and great to have you on the show.
Great to meet you too.
You and your company, MathWorks, you are helping to educate about the possibilities of how to mitigate climate change. And this year you have climate change as the main topic at MATLAB Expo. Can you share why you choose this topic and, of course, what the attendees can learn?
Well, we only need to look at the news for examples of the weather extremes with droughts, floods, fires and storms that are happening with increasing frequency. In March in Antarctica, an ice shelf the size of New York City collapsed due to the record high temperatures. The climate crisis is here and it will affect all of us. So I want MATLAB Expo attendees to realise that we can all play our part in tackling climate change. So for example, researchers can help improve our understanding of climate change. Engineers in every industry need to help with the electrification of everything to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. And educators have got a role to play in training up the next generation to take on the world's big challenges.
And you were talking about these researchers. Do they already understand the problem of climate change in detail, you think? And how are they using data and AI to help us solve this pressing problem?
Yeah, so the basic problem of increasing global temperature is well understood, but research can help us fully understand the scale and the extent of the current problem. So for example, it can better predict when extreme weather events will occur. An example I cover in my Expo talk is drought. So drought is devastating to crop harvests and can make local communities vulnerable, both from a health perspective and economically. So researchers have studied a river basin in Ethiopia and used AI to better predict droughts, which allows communities to be better supported through difficult times. AI is such a powerful technique, and at Expo, attendees can learn more about AI at a hands-on workshop.
That's very helpful. And if we want to change, climate change can only be solved together. And I think massive change is needed. Can you provide examples and case studies of how the industry can change and can contribute today?
Yeah, so in my talk, you can learn about an example of a startup called Boston Metal, who are innovating to produce green steel by using renewable electricity rather than coal as the energy source. Another good example you can hear about is Monarch Tractor, who are working to electrify agriculture and make it more sustainable with the help of a fully autonomous electric tractor.
These are some great examples. And we talked about in the beginning the role of education and educators in climate change. So what are your views on how educators can contribute to this change?
Yeah, education is really important in tackling climate change. So at a basic level, students need to have strong quantitative and critical thinking skills to understand the extent of the challenges we face. But it's also important for universities to provide a supply of engineering students with the right set of skills to take on the challenges of reducing greenhouse gas emissions. For example, Bosch in India was having trouble getting new engineers up to speed quickly to work on developing electric vehicles. And they decided to partner with a university to develop a new curriculum to help students develop their modelling and simulation skills. If you're interested in learning about any more of these topics, you can join us on May 17th and 18th by registering at matlabexpo.com/online.
Yeah, we're definitely going to join you, and hopefully people will join as well. It's a very thoughtful and educational session. Tanya, thank you for sharing and your contribution to climate change and your insights. Once again, join us 18th and 17th of May. And for the audience, thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time.